What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a really quick, simple tutorial in case anybody is trying to get GTA 5 to run, again, modded. As you know, Rockstar and their updates breaks mods, so you're going to have to pretty much downgrade to a previous version of the game. So I'm just gonna show you the procedure. It's really easy. All you have to do is just drag a couple files into your GTA 5's main game folder. So yeah, here goes. I'm just gonna make this as quick as possible, and then I will do some gameplay, a bit of gameplay, start up just to show you that it works just fine. I tested it already, by the way. It works fine. So here goes. I have the files here somewhere. I have my own personal mods folder for like a shit ton of games, as you can see. Where is it? GTA. Here it is. I have a lot of mods here. Jesus, I'm getting old, blind. Okay, I have it labeled as GTA 5 working game version as of April 28th, which is today. So I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm never going to erase this. And with each update, I'm just going to label it the same way. I suggest you do the same. Okay, so here goes. Here are the files. All you have to do is you have to go into your GTA 5 folder. Mine is on my NVMe drive, which is labeled as G. Common. Where is it? Here it is. Make this bigger. Okay, so these are the files that you want to replace, gta5.exe, which these are basically these files. Click onto that, hold control down, click this, click that, and click these are the four files you highlight, and you just pretty much you drag over. When it says overwrite, when you want to copy it over, whatever, just hit yes. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to do anything to mess up the game. I literally spent freaking hours trying to get this game fixed and up and running. I had all kinds of problems, especially with the script.V.net. I figured out it's not compatible with my racing wheel for some reason. It conflicts with the gears.asi. Don't know why. I saw that in the forum on the GTA 5 mods. It was mentioned. The mod author mentioned that. Okay, so with those four files, you drag it over, you write it over. Then you want to. There's a folder. There's a file that says update.rpf. You want to go to this file right here. This folder. It says your GTA 5, and then go to update. And here's the update.rpf. You click, drag that over, same thing, override it. And last but not least, see, I put the script hook V, the previous script hook V, or the latest one. That's not updated yet. It's compatible with this version of the game. Yeah, you want to click. You could just actually. You could put the input 8.dll, the native trainer.asi. The native trainer is not really necessary. I mean, unless you like native trainer. For me, I use a simple trainer, so I don't need it. But the two files you need is the input 8.dll and the script hook b.dll. And all you do is same shit over into the main folder, and you override it. And that is it. All right. I'll see you in a bit, in a few seconds actually, and I'll show you that this method works. I'll leave a description down in the video description to the person where I got these files from. So by no means, I'm not taking credit for this at all. So I actually got this. I got a notification from Mr. Ross, Luke Ross, and he mentioned that there is a quote-unquote a YouTuber who basically has a tutorial on how to do this. The YouTuber doesn't when you watch the video, you can't see who it is. There's no voice, but it's a simple process, and he shows you or she shows you, and that's where I got it from. So I will post a link to that person's video because, like I said, I'm not taking credit for this at all. So I'm just trying to help out the community and whoever sees this, if they're going nuts trying to get their modded game to run. Yeah, here's the information. All right, take care, everybody, and yeah, I'll see you in a couple seconds. I'll show you some gameplay. All right, bye-bye. Right. So here we are in GTA 5 VR, and it's working. So far, so good. Fingers crossed it won't crash. Yeah. That method that I just showed you is a lifesaver, I swear. Let me change the time. Maybe to noon. Weather. Alright, we'll just leave it like that. Alright, I'll probably just drive around for a little bit. Well, first things first, I'm gonna test out a gore mod that I just added. It's relatively new, it just came out a couple days ago. I forget what it's called. I'll post that in the description as well. Hey, let me run up on this guy. Yeah, okay, I guess it works. Sound is not very crisp and robust the way I like it, but you know what? The game's running, so. Could be the headphones as well. So I'm used to having my Logitech headphones. They cover my ear entirely, and the sound is a lot nicer. You're probably gonna hear a lot of echoing right now, and I am not editing those parts out because it's too tedious. So let me test out the explosions, see if they work. Awesome. Got the nuke explosions, like my favorite. I've been playing a lot this game. I've been playing a lot on the HP Reverb G2. It looks much better, but the only downside to that is that I can't record my gameplay footage, which sucks. The Steam VR is not very responsive for some reason. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just, I mean, it plays, but the recording comes out like really messed up. It's with the Reverb G2, I have to use the OpenXR. So, and unfortunately, there's no window I can use to record. They have their own mixed reality portal thing, which I don't like at all. It looks terrible. So, my preferred method of recording any kind of gameplay footage from now on is through the Steam VR, it's the Open VR window actually. So I don't know. I guess when I can only play Oculus games, I'll use my Quest 2. But when I record, I'll use the Reverb. So right now I'm using the Oculus Mirror. And the Oculus Mirror is pretty decent actually through AirLink. It's actually very good. But from an aesthetic point of view, I really like the Reverb G2. And even the gameplay footage looks like 10 times better. So alright, here he goes. I'm going to test out the driving mechanics. Let me put my controller down. Been having a lot of issues with the wheel lately. It was working before a couple hours ago. I finally got it to work. Let me fix my view here. Alright, yeah, it works. I feel the force feedback of my wheel and the tightness of the wheel. There's a bit of a, what do you call that? Friction, I guess, if you want to call it, or inertia, friction, I don't know. But yeah, it's not loose. That happened before when I had the script hook V. For some reason, the wheel worked itself, but the haptic feedback wasn't working, and then it just made my game crash. It worked once with the wheel, and then I tried a second time, and the game just kept crashing. So I decided to just remove the scripthookv.net altogether, which is unfortunate because a lot of mods relies on that. But can't have everything, I guess. Yeah, recording, recording, but the frame rate is not very good. But with the my OBS software, when it's turned off, when I'm not recording anything, just pure gameplay on the Reverb G2, it's freaking amazing. It's so freaking smooth, and I'm surprised how smooth it is. Especially, I only have a 1080 Ti, and I'm gotta be getting like 90 frames most of the time, I think, on that, especially with the Fidelity. Oh, you bastard! With the Fidelity FX and the VR toolkit, it really it lowers the resolution, but it upscales it. So, all right, so it's working. I'm gonna drive around just for a little bit, maybe a couple minutes, and then that's it. I don't have a lot of hard drive space, so I just recorded Resident Evil 3, testing out the live recording software. I can't get it to work on here with the Oculus though. I'm sure. I mean, there's probably a way. I just don't know how to do it. The program is really it's very new to me, so I don't know all the ins and outs of how to get it working properly. But I know how to get it working with the Steam VR, no problem, the Open VR. But I've never used it on the Oculus. So I think it might be working because there's this weird circle, as you can see, on the floor, and I did not notice that ever being present when playing on the Quest 2. If anybody has potato PC like I do and they want to improve their frame rate, one thing that I learned that really helped me out is switching the anti-aliasing, the FX-AA, turning the MS-AA off, turning shadows. I turn it down to like either medium or high, and the most important thing I noticed is the post-processing. I turn that all the way down to normal, and yeah, it's the frame rate is superb. And on my particular system, it's, unfortunately I have to turn my recording software off, and I can't record anything. But still, I mean, I just, wow, it feels so much better. It's almost surreal how smooth it is, because I have such a crappy PC. I've kind of gotten used to, lower frame rates, like 60, even 45 frames even, which is not optimal in VR. The best in VR is like at least 90, I'd say. Well, I can handle like 70, 72, which is the Oculus Quest 2. It's not the max. It can go up to 120 frames, depending how strong or powerful your PC is. But just on its base settings alone, without messing with anything, it's like 72 frames, I think, is the cap, and the 1.0 resolution scale. which I have it on now. I think it's 72 frames max cap, and I have it at 1.0. I could probably increase to 1.3, but if it's this laggy right now on 1.0 while recording, it's going to get much worse if I increase it to like 1.3. I notice a huge difference when I'm playing like Skyrim VR. If I'm playing on the Quest, I have to have it at 1.3. Yep. This is how you get your modded GTA 5 to run, even when Cuckstar comes out with their updates. At this point, I think they just do that shit out of spite. I think just to fuck with the modding community. I mean, it is their game. It's like one of the best games ever, but the fucking developers are scumbags, man. You know, I think modding is what makes these games, especially it really prolongs the longevity of this game. It's what keeps people coming back. So instead of developers messing with the modding community and doing shit out of spite, I think they should freaking work with the modding community. You know, games like this in Bethesda's no better. You know, with the Fallout 4 and their Skyrim, I mean, the replay value and the longevity of the game has exceeded well over 10 years because of modding. So I don't understand what goes through the minds of these, you know, some of the development team. And maybe it's not really their fault. It's probably the greedy fucking corporate scumbags behind them. You know, with their online bullshit and loot boxes and I can sort of understand where they're coming from too, because it is a business. You know, they have to go by a business model, and mods are free, so it doesn't really benefit them in a sense. It's not very lucrative for them. So I take that back. I shouldn't call them scumbags. I kind of do understand them in that sense. But, you know, it does keep people coming back. And people are getting turned up. And look at all these trees. I just added, the trees are working. This is really nice. I think it's called Forest San Andreas? Or something, Blaine County. I don't know. I'll provide that in the link in the description if you want. But yeah, I do notice a difference. It looks good. And the roads look much, much better. That yellow hue that I usually have a problem with is not apparent anymore. And I found a solution to that issue by simply just going into the NVIDIA control panel, onto the settings, and I think I have the shader cache to unlimited. Probably, you know, I don't know if that's the proper way of doing things, but I remember when I had it at default, I was still getting that yellow, ugly color. So, I don't know. I think you could, if you put it onto like maybe 1 gig or 5 gigs, I should be okay. But I'm paranoid, so I just want everything to run as best as it can. So I just said fuck it. I put it on unlimited, and I'm always like erasing cache and all that shit anyways. It's like a habit of mine. I think it's like an OCD thing. So, but it can quickly build up and add up, so you have to be hyper vigilant when it comes to clearing out your Windows cache and prefetch or whatever it's called, which I clear out also, the prefetch. This car is slow. That's alright, this is just a test run. I'm gonna drive around a bit, maybe just around the perimeter of the of the city or the island or whatever it's called. I guess is Los Santos, is this an island? Oh, looks like an island to me. Yeah, it's much better on the reverb. Much better. There's less jagged edges. The Fidelity FX and the VR toolkit is like, I swear it's one of the best things ever for VR in terms of gaming. I mean, it's the best thing I've ever come across. I mean, I can play a lot of games now on the reverb that I couldn't play before. So I'm really happy with that. And now I'm trying to install those 2 mods in every frigging game that I can, you know? Well, VR related at least. Sucks. There, got a notification on the Patreon thingy from on Luke Ross's page. Sucks. His Elden Ring mod won't be coming out at the end of this week, unfortunately. Ah, bastard. Yeah, his mod's not coming out, but you know, he's right though. If it's the game from a, get this view straight, from a performance standpoint, it can't even stand on its own 2 feet when it comes to the flat screen game. I stopped playing it for a while now, even though I should be grinding. Yeah, the game just keeps crashing on me for some reason, even at 1440p. So just imagine trying that in VR. So yeah, he should just, you know, take as much time as he needs, work out the kinks, get it, you know, running to the best of his ability. So, sad to hear it's not coming out, but I'd rather it come out and function properly than crash. Also, I tried playing the, what is it called? The Wolfenstein 2 Colossus thingamajig. Well, let's just call it Wolfenstein 2. A VR mod just came out, and I was, for the very first time, I wasn't able to play it because of the requirements. You need like I think like a 2000 series GPU, NVIDIA GPU, or 3000 RTX, so, and which I don't have. Like I said, I only have a 1080 Ti. So I tried running the game, it just crapped out on me. Wouldn't even run. Couldn't get past the title screen. So that sucks. I was really looking forward to that. Because Wolfenstein is like, it's friggin' awesome. It's one of my favorite franchises. Alright, I'm going to pull over in a bit and end the recording. This, like I said, this was a test. And yeah, the method works. I pull over here, I guess. And let me park. It's still okay. It's not as smooth as before. I should probably maybe lower some of the foliage as well. But that looks really nice, actually. It's so weird being able to see like leaves and this bush up close like this. It's crazy. Yeah, you can see it's flat. The pine leaves, or whatever they're called. Yeah. Looks like 2D flat paper mache bundled all together. From a distance it looks good though. Looks decent. Yeah, you really appreciate games when playing in virtual reality. It's things that you don't even notice, before. You have like a higher appreciation for. All right, let me stop yapping, and yeah, that's it. All right, and I hope this video was helpful. And remember, if you can, drop a like and subscribe if this was helpful. All right, and I'll leave links in the description to where I got the backup or the downgrade. I just want to credit that YouTuber because, like I said, this is not my idea. So, in no way, shape, or form am I taking credit for it. Like I said, I'm just trying to be helpful to anybody out there who's stuck. All right, and yeah, if anybody's curious about any mods, it needs help installing any mods, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. All right, take care, everybody, and yeah, have a good one. Bye bye.